Get ready to lace up. We're taking you inside high school basketball, your home team, your rivals, inside the action, inside the excitement, inside all the games that count. Taking you inside high school basketball like no one else can. This is Inside High School Sports with Pat Doney.
Welcome to Inside High School Sports. I am your host, Pat Doney. Frigid beginning and end to this week, which caused some movement in the hoop schedule, but don't you fret. We have highlights from plenty of top teams in the state in both boys and girls basketball. And we start the show in 11-5A, where Friday night, W.T. White had a chance to take control of the district with a win on the road at South Oak Cliff. It's our Whataburger Game of the Week. Football, basketball, it doesn't matter. If South Oak Cliff has a big game, the Golden Bears band is in full effect. And Sock fed off the energy early on. Davion Wilson, the nice pass to Jabril Muhammad, who gets two defenders in the air before scoring. And then it's Wilson going to do it himself. Watch the step-back mid-range jumper, and the Golden Bears are up 11-9 after a quarter. W.T. White starts to chip away at the lead. Watch the steal by Jamison Thrower. Leads to the break, and Thrower makes the awkward layup after being fouled. The Longhorns finally had the lead 19-18 late in the first half. Third quarter, we take a look here at Wilson again on the break. Gonna take it himself, switching hands. It's good there. That kind of night for Sock. They led by 10 after 3. Fourth quarter, the Longhorns' Ben Price gets popped in the mouth here while trying to posterize his opponent. Didn't get the dunk, but he did get the points and the opportunity for an and one. South Oak Cliff's defense was locked in. The Golden Bears take advantage of fast break chances. Jaden Miller going all the way in with the left hand. He led all scorers with 15. Sock takes down first place W.T. White 58-40. A tale of two halves unfolded in Mansfield as Lake Ridge hosted Waxahachie for first place in 11-6A. First half, all Lake Ridge. Amir McMillan with some juke moves and then pulls up for the three. Eagles up 22-7. Still in the first, Lake Ridge on the run. Shakir Pack leaves it up for Abaseo Ibakenro, who puts it in. Lake Ridge up by 20 in the first half. Tide starting to turn, though, in the end of the second half, as Michael Greenwood leaves for Parker Jefferson for the jam. Indians down 16 still at halftime, though. Third quarter, they tighten it up on the defensive end. It leads to a break. Trey Nunn finds Jefferson for another jam, 23 points for him. Waxahachie outscored the Eagles 24-6 in the corner, and then the slick ball movement leaves it for King Grace to slam it home. Waxahachie, with a huge second half effort, takes over first place with a 74-68 win. Hebron taking on the state's #1 team, Plano East. Both teams undefeated in district play. Second quarter, the Panthers' Xavier Miller keeps his balance, keeps his dribble, and scores in transition for a 10-point lead. And then he gets back on defense and grabs a steal as well. Plano East played some big-time defense in this game, especially in the first half, allowing only 18 points. Ethan Moss with the big-time block. Third quarter, the Panthers' big man DJ Hall gets the offensive rebound and finds Xavier Miller for the easy deuce and a 16-point lead. Moments later, Hebron's Jalen Haynes showing off the steal and two-handed dunk. The Hawks trying to hang in there. Fourth quarter, Izon Kazi tosses the alley-oop to DJ Hall, who has a nice finish. And then Kazi knocks down a three as Plano East goes on to win 68-43. Frisco was at Lone Star Friday night, hoping to give the Rangers their first district loss. The Raccoons were down 13 in the second quarter, but then stormed back with an 11-0 run. This is Trayvon Dancer with the left-handed finish. And then moments later, Lone Star sophomore Trent Perry got going in transition and scores on an athletic finish at the rim. The Rangers led 30-24 at the half. Frisco freshman Sidharth Barla knocks down 4 threes in the first half and scored here on a follow-up, part of his 17-point night. And then watch this move from Josh Weems. A combo behind the back between the legs move before knocking down the jumper. Weems is only a sophomore. He had a big third quarter and helps lead Lone Star to a convincing 63-42 win over Frisco. A battle for Rockwall bragging rights as Rockwall Heath hosted rival Rockwall. The Yellow Jackets got off to a hot start. Devon Turner hits the early three from the wing. Next possession, Corbin Brown, pretty spin move, kissing it off the glass, and one. And just before the half, It's a nice play there. Grayson Dorsey from just inside the Heath logo. Hawks up by 8 at the break. Rockwall takes back the lead in the second half. Caden Townsend nails the 3 from the wing. The Hawks then start their comeback. Dorsey drives baseline and hits Caden Adams, cutting down the lane. Less than a minute left. Sarger Barron, the 3 right in front of the Hawks bench. They now trail by 1. Then the final seconds. Adams gonna miss off the glass, but the Hawks get the rebound. They kick it out to Barron, but his shot comes up just short. Rockwall escapes with a thrilling 67-66 win. A battle between 2 nationally ranked girls programs as 11th ranked Duncanville visited 21st ranked DeSoto. This one lived up to the billing. First quarter, off the fast break, Layla Coleman spots up for the corner 3. That's good. Pantherettes up 15-10 after 1. For the Eagles, take a look at the quick release by Kamora Pruitt on the catch and turnaround jumper. Pruitt finished with a game-high 15 points. Duncanville gets drained in the long ball. Chloe Mann gets this kind of bounce right here. You'd love when this happens for 3. Pantherettes up 30-23 at the intermission. DeSoto did not fret, though. Makes a strong second-half comeback. Amaya Garcia on the backdoor cut for the bucket. DeSoto wins this one 53-48 to split the season series, and that might be setting up for a third meeting come postseason time. The number 1 ranked team in Class 5A in the state, Timberview, hosting Burleson Friday night. Timberview running the break here after a missed shot. Watch the great ball movement lead to Emily Jones, who's going to get the easy up and in off the glass. Jones finished with 14. The Wolves' relentless defense was a struggle for Burleson all night as Timberview going to get a steal, and Brooklyn Terry is going to get a bucket out of it after a nice move around a defender. The Timberview defense really just so good against Burleson in this game. As watch, they get another steal, which triggers another break. And Cameron Wilson, the sweet shimmy, and scores the bucket. Timberview rolls to a 68-31 victory over Burleson. Let's take a quick break from the action to head back to Dallas ISD hoops. The Carter Cowboys have been a step away from state for the last 2 years, and that's mainly because of their 4-year forward, Chance Puryear, who is this week's Parker University MVP. Carter's Chance Puryear is one of the best small forwards in all of Texas. As a junior, he was his district's Offensive Player of the Year, as he averaged 14 points and 9 rebounds a game. Puryear can be a facilitator as well for the Cowboys, as he gets all his teammates involved in the offense. Carter is ranked number 4 in the state of Texas, and behind Puryear, many think this could be their year to go to state. Chance is headed to SMU for his college basketball. Just so many highlights to show you there, and now Chance in studio with his brand new bobblehead. Congratulations, man. I love the headband. I mean, are we feeling pretty good about that? What do you think of the bobblehead?
That's what I love. It looks just like me.
Yeah, it's well-deserved. It's been so fun to watch. We mentioned there in the story 4 years, a 4-year member of the varsity team in a really good program there at Carter. I want to talk to you about improvement and hear from you personally about how you feel like you've gotten better. How has that experience helped you as a player get better year in and year out?
Honestly, I feel like it raised my confidence level. Just becoming more versatile throughout the years, playing tougher and harder.
That experience matters so much, too, and not just for you personally,
right,
for your team as well. I mean, we also mentioned in the story there, you all have been on the verge of making it to state, just short. But it feels like this might be the year. I mean, do you feel that way? What makes this group special? What makes you believe that maybe you can get over that hump and get to San Antonio?
Honestly, I felt that way throughout all the years. We just end up falling short to a very good team out of 4A. For the past 3 years, going down to the same team, same round, it makes me more hungry. I feel like this year may be different.
Yeah, more hungry, maybe different. And, I love watching this guy play for so many reasons. Great playmaker, scores the basketball, but also an unselfish player. It's not just me saying that. Your coach, Lyndon Love, had some really cool things to say about you. Let's take a listen to Coach Love and his unselfishness in the game. Go ahead.
He's such an unselfish player. He can go out every night and score 20, dominate guys with his offense, but he does it other ways with his defense, with his leadership. He's always telling guys, they can do better. So he's like another coach on the floor for us.
I mean, when you hear another coach on the floor for us, unselfish, a leader, all of that, a two-part question, what does that mean to you? And, man, where does that come from, that style of basketball?
Honestly, it means a lot to me, but honestly, I think that's just how I came up, just being a leader, never been a follower, always respectful and obedient to everyone. So.
Yeah, and that leadership on the floor, off the floor, everything about it, plus the game, a big reason why you were a big-time recruit, and you chose SMU. You decided to stay here in the DFW area and play for the Mustangs.
Right.
Why was SMU the right choice for you among the many options you had to play college basketball?
Honestly, at first I did have plans to go for it, but SMU, they just showed me a ton of love. The whole coaching staff is a great coaching staff. I really think I'm in great hands.
Yeah, a lot of family and friends going to be able to watch you up close, too, at SMU. It's going to be so fun to watch you there.
I made an amazing choice.
Still some work to be done this year, though, too, as well, man. Cannot wait to watch you at Carter the rest of the way. Thanks for being with us in studio, and congratulations on a great season so far.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we have more hoops action, and we tell you why Plano East hoops is not only the talk of the town, but of the entire nation. Stay with us. Chisholm Trail with the unenviable task of trying to defeat North Crowley on their home court, where the Panthers are 262-16 all-time. First quarter, Jesse Mutombo driving the lane and scoring with the left hand. This one got out of hand quickly. Terry Allen going to show his ball handling skills until he gets some space and gets the shot off, which is good. Later in the first, Isaac Hayes going to drive the lane and then leave it up for K.D. Davis for the monster alley-oop jam. That had the fans dancing in their seats. Finally, some nice ball movement here for Hayes to get an open three. Another home victory for the state's third-ranked team. North Crowley wins 80-33. A matchup between two teams unbeaten in district. Memorial hosting Heritage. On the opening possession of the game, Heritage's Roman Bradley gets a steal. Cam Lomax gets a dunk. It's a great way to start a game, I'd say. Later in the first, the Coyotes, Tatum Bell. A strong drive to the bucket. He scores, plus the foul. Heritage led 12-4. 7 Spurlock brought Memorial back in a flash, knocking down a three, which hangs the net up. And then on the next possession, Spurlock fixes it himself with another three. Part of a 9-0 run for the Warriors. Memorial took a 5-point lead early in the second quarter, but Mikhail Patel hits a three to spark a 7-0 run. Memorial trailed by 10 with 3 minutes to go, but wins on a buzzer beater from Javon Henderson, 78-75. In 2006, Plano High won the school's first ever state championship in basketball. In 2015, it was Plano West who won its first hoop state title. Our inside story tells us that this year, Plano East is looking to complete the Plano ISD trifecta as the nationally ranked Panthers are taking down any competition that stands in front of them. If you scroll down the USA Today National High School Basketball Rankings, you'll see something that's never happened before. Plano East is on the list. And not just on it, but sitting at number 7 going into this week. It's the highest the Panthers have ever been ranked and has caught a lot of the state off guard. But not anyone in the Plano East locker room.
They built us for this moment, so, once it's time to play, we're just trusting ourselves, trusting our coaches, and trusting teammates, and, go out and perform and put on a show.
They want to play the best and beat the best. They want to prove to everybody that they're best because their confidence is kind of already there.
The Panthers have played 26 games this year and won them all, which includes state-ranked teams like Allen, Waxahachie, and second-ranked Stony Point. This is a team that's been playing with a chip on its shoulder since the day the season ended last year. It was a 4-point loss to eventual state champion Lake Highlands, and it showed the Panthers just how good they could be.
In terms of motivation, I just felt like we weren't, like in 8 months, we could close the gap between, where we were and where what the best team in the state looked like. So it was a measuring stick that's saying you're almost there. And I think we can close that gap.
We wanted to schedule the toughest teams to give us that kind of state championship run look before the season gets to playoff.
And this is a team of overachievers on and off the court. The Panthers have 9 players with 4.0 GPAs. Plus, almost all of them have known each other since they were 8 or 9 years old. It's a bond that's been unstoppable on the hardwood.
We study together. We have the same classes together. So, basically, it's just like we're spending almost 10 hours a day together and just bonding on and off the court.
We all used to just go to the park together and, just play basketball games. And I feel like just having that, it really created a brotherhood for us. And it really showed us that, we'll do this for each other.
All these guys we have, that everybody knows how to play basketball, everybody knows their part. Nobody's going to go out there and, showboat and, not play their position. So everybody knows their role. Everybody plays how it's supposed to be played.
A more valuable part is the friendship part of it, because the guy they're sitting next to, they love that guy, and they don't want to let him down. and they want to play for him.
What a story there at Plano East. Okay, when we return, we go next level with a high riser out of Lancaster with NBA pedigree. Keller and BYU commit Brooks Barr hosting rival Keller Central Friday night, and Barr got going early. Watch the drive and the step back. Hard to defend that right there. 21 points for Barr in this one. Then Keller stepped up the defense a bit when Steven Ramirez gets the steal, and he has the court to himself. Watch him fly in for a big jam, and that earns Keller our defensive title belt for the week. Nice play. Central will climb back into it thanks to plays like this from Sean Mays. He drives strong and drops home the lefty floater for 2 of his 14. In the second half now, Keller starts to pull away. Barr on the break, and being 6'4", 190 helps as he powers his way in for the hoop, and yes, he also is very strong. There it is right there. And then Ramirez finishes off Central, soaring in for the two-handed dunk. The junior Ramirez finished with a game-high 24. Keller gets the win, 73-56 the final. With all of the attention Plano East is getting in 6A, and rightfully so, it's easy to forget that Dallas-Fort Worth also has the #1 ranked team in 5A. Dallas Morning News reporter Sean McFarland tells us why Lancaster is flying high behind one of the state's most athletic forwards in our Golden Chick Next Level.
If the last name Batiste sounds familiar to you, there's a good reason. Tony Batiste started at South Oak Cliff in the 1990s, played at Texas Tech, and then in the NBA for over a decade. Derek Batiste started at South Oak Cliff in the 1990s and helped Temple reach the Elite Eight. There's another Batiste coming down the pipeline, and he's got some talent too. Dylan Batiste, the son of Derek and nephew of Tony, is a 3-star forward on one of the best boys basketball teams in the state. And like his father, he chose to play college basketball at Temple over offers from Oklahoma State, Illinois, and SMU. Batiste, a senior at Lancaster, is a rim-running, shot-blocking forward with serious hops. He has a reported 40-inch vertical, and that's on display when he two-hand dunks over opponents and leaps to swat shots out of bounds. He has enough handles for his size to take the ball on fast breaks or work his way into positioning on the post. He knows how to read passing lanes and intercept balls out of the perimeter for easy fast break looks, and he knows where to be to capitalize on alley-oop lobs from his teammates. He's big, he's athletic, and he knows how to use it all. Scary combo. Batiste has strong measurables, great bloodlines, and grew up in the talent-rich region of Dallas. He's the number 11 recruit in the entire state, and he'll fit right in at Temple.
He is a good one. Thank you, Sean. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the best plays from last week. Stay with us. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you for watching Inside High School Sports. I'm Pat Doney. We leave you with our Kroger Plays of the Week.